Guys, woo! Guys, welcome to the show. What a crazy day. I have insane anxiety. Let's just see here. Where is the sound coming from? Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Sheen. We're gonna have a Sheen joining us. Your favorite YouTuber, Dis.
Oh yeah,
Are you excited?
yeah. My favorite matzo ball.
It is. He is. He is.
Yeah.
Great job in the dungeon. I gotta tell you, great job in the dungeon. We got OC, the famous Oshin troll. Hello, OC.
No, I agree with
Man.
Oshin 73.2% of the time,
So,
which is a
you
pretty
were
high
trolling him
percentage.
really bad. You were trolling him really bad.
No. I was agreeing with him.
Oh,
Most of the time.
great stuff. Great stuff, man. Guys, let's talk some. Oh, speaking of trouble, here we go.
Speaking of trolls,
Yeah, speaking of trolls, we got Mickey joining us, and we're gonna have Oshin, and that's it. We're gonna keep it like this. We're gonna keep it closed, keep it small. Hello, Oshin. Welcome to the show.
Hey man, how are you?
Hey, we got OC here. We got this. He's just watching us from his bed. We just want to keep an eye on him, okay? So you can disregard. And we
Mikey's
got
here as well. Hey, Dis.
Mikey.
Hey,
Or Mickey. Sorry.
Mickey. Hey, and you know what? We got Mike the Snake in the back room.
I didn't get the memo about the beard requirement for the
Beard
show.
requirement.
Oh, there's a lot of beers here. Yeah. Hey, OC.
Good to see you, Oshin.
What's good, motherfucker?
He said, at one point I said, Oshin on the show said, you don't have to agree with me. Maybe I'm right. Maybe you're right. And I said, you better be right or else I'll be right. And you don't want me to be right.
Right.
Ooh, you don't want OC to be right.
The line will live in infamy forever.
Yeah, man. Well, I want one of us to be right. That's fine.
I'm going to be making a T-shirt, okay,
Yes.
with that phrase for the merch store when I'm coming back from Australia. Okay.
Oshin, you better trademark it quick.
You don't want me to go public, or I will go public. Oh my God, it's great stuff. Hey, so you've been catching a lot of heat, huh? For saying that people should be buying Rolex now.
Yes.
What's the criticism? What do they think you're trying to do?
Take a wild guess. They're just like, no, we're heading into recession. It's keep going down. Wait. 6 months from now, they'll be giving them away with cornflakes boxes. They're just.
Well, you know what, Oshin, they're kind of giving them away in United States. I don't know how it is in Venice. I think in Venice it's a completely different environment. But here in the United States, I have a lot of friends. Now, personally, I had a guy. He called my ID. He made up a whole bunch of lies and kind of got me blacklisted. Okay, so I haven't been getting a call, but a lot of my friends, they've been getting calls after calls after calls. Even one guy, he's a fan of the show. He's a new fan of the show, and he called in. He said he's an electrical engineer, and he wanted.
That's what I studied in university.
Well,
electronic engineering.
Electronic engineering, yeah. And guess what? He told them, "Hey, I want the green Datejust." But you know what they told him? They said, "Hey, maybe we don't have the green Datejust, but we have a blue Milgauss. Do you want to come in and take a look at that?"
Wow.
Right? No purchase history.
That's still well, there was a time where that was a shop window watch practically. Yep. It was if they got one in, it was sitting in the shop window for a while because the Milgauss was a bit of a reject for a long time. And it is no longer the blue
Speaking of
Milgauss.
reject.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the black. That's the black dial.
black
It's
one.
easier to read.
Yeah,
I have
with the green
Yeah.
with the green crystal, right?
Black
the
with
green
the green
crystal.
crystal. Yep.
the GV. I have the GV, but with the blue Z, the Z blue.
I like all
the
the
Z blue
colors
is
of
still
it.
up at 15,000 on the market. Now, does that mean you have to pay that? No. And I was making that abundantly clear on the video. It was like, take advantage of the volatility right now. If everybody's saying this, if OC et al. Are saying, oh, we're all fucked, the world's coming to an end, you can use that. Like they'll use it if you go into a gray market dealer and you try to sell your watch, they're going to use that against you. They're going to say, haven't you heard? Oh, I can't give you the kind of money you were hoping for. They're going to use that. You should use that. You should go in and say, yeah, I'd like that Z blue. I see it listed there for 14,995. I'm going to give you 12. Why?
In fact,
because it's all crashing down. Haven't you heard what OC said?
Oh, Oshin, to be fair, in my defense, I'm not one of those folks, and I never have said the sky is falling, the economy is crashing, world apocalypse is near.
I don't mean to make
you're lumping me in with those folks.
I'm sorry. I don't mean I don't mean to do
That's
that.
okay. You can lump me in if that's okay, but that's not all I've been talking about for the past 4 months is watching the watch values decline week over week. And that's all. And I know you know that, but that's okay to lump me in. That's totally cool.
I was making fun of you because I know you'll take et al. You're just you're a bit of a punch bag right now. That's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Okay. Rich, $2 super chat. Yeah, Orlando, what's up with the peach fuzz?
This is as much of a beard as I can grow. You know, this is a week's worth of stubble.
And Ross Rachel Brady, $2. By the way, Ross Rachel Brady, welcome to the membership program. He actually became a member. Welcome to the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much.
How's the forehead? How's the forehead looking tonight? Big?
Looks great.
By the way,
handsome man on this panel, and he loves us all. Thank you. And Mike K says £4.49. Asheen, I tried to super chat you on the stream, but couldn't. Maybe I'm banned. Your video skills are top notch. Was rewatching your Yachtmaster. That is a famous video.
I will check that right now, Mike K. Why would you think that you might be banned, Mike K? Were you a bold boy at some point?
Ooh. Sometimes he's spicy. Sometimes he's very
spicy. Okay, let me see if it was just spicy or I won't know what he said, but let me see.
No.
I'll unban you now and try not to be. I believe in freedom of speech and people contesting my ideas. I'm not one of these people who just shuts out anyone. But when people get super trolly, it's like, okay, well, you're out now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Multiple offending. Time is what it takes to really.
Those people can often be your biggest fans, though, Sheen. In the end, they troll, and then you find they're watching every single video and they're watching every single live stream. Wait a minute, maybe they're not a troll. Maybe they're a fan.
Maybe they're a fan. Quite often, people make like nasty comments, even like almost personal comments, and then I reply, and they never expected a reply. And they immediately retreat. So they start aggressive because they feel like they're screaming into an empty box, like they're not going to be heard. Or at least this is my theory. And then I reply, and they're not expecting me to reply. And they're like, oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, that's what I think. But I still love your videos. Like they retreat. They kind of go, oh, shit. I didn't expect you to actually notice my vitriol. And now I kind of slightly regret
He suggested mixing red wine with cola. That's probably that's probably
that's bannable.
Yes.
That's bannable for sure.
With RC cola.
That's a comment deserving of insta ban.
Or Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Mike K now through my list.
I'm surprised how OC hasn't been banned still.
He's never caused any trouble.
No.
Yeah, they're always intelligent comments. So
the OC starts aggressive with everyone but Oshin. See, they think I treat you with kid gloves.
No, I mean, there's always been drama around Rosine, but he's never caused any negative drama or disruption.
Right. An
Not unless you're
AS5.
Ratzo.
Well, I mean, that wasn't a negative drama. That was exposing something that
Yeah.
kind of see, like when you're a big YouTuber, big celebrity, right? A lot of people will come in to defend you, even though you're in the wrong, because they want to get in on your good side or something. So that's a lot of people have experienced that cognitive dissonance. AS, they think he's right because he has more subscribers, and that's just unfortunate how that works.
That's fine.
Sometimes. AS, €5. The YouTube watch community are trying to get folks buying again to stop the rot. It's as simple as that, which is fair enough.
Who said that?
AS.
AS, man. If you think that we have that kind of control, why did we let it happen in the first place? I mean, I don't think we have any kind of control of that magnitude on the watch.
Yes.
If the watch market is collapsing, according to many, it's because the world is collapsing. It's because markets, crypto, the war in Ukraine, etc. You think we have any sort of or any attempts of ours to sustain the watch world would be anything? I don't think.
I think a lot of people stopped buying. It's like in stocks, right? Like who buys a stock when it's going down on its way down?
Yeah, they don't buy.
Yeah. Why would so? And there was a lot of people who were buying watches just because they were an appreciating asset. Yes. And now that it's declining, now it's the enthusiasts who finally have an opportunity to pick up these pieces.
I want them to. That's what I said in the video yesterday. A lot of people missed. I gave 5 points, and I think they just got hung up on the first one. And they were like, "No, how could you be so foolish? The world is falling apart." Then I went on to say, you know what? These ADs are the gray market. They're desperate. Make them any offer. The flippers, they're desperate. Make them any offer, because this is the moment for you to do it. And someone was saying earlier that it was like, oh, Oisin was offended when people made him low offers, but now he's telling people to make. Well, that's a different market. Like I was in a different market when I was selling watches ages ago. I was selling like a couple of watches, and people were like lowballing, going, "Is that for list price? Because that's all I'll pay." I'm like, "Are you on Mars? Like, where are you? How did you find your way to the planet Earth?" But now it's like if somebody lowballs me, I got lowballed on the Air King, and I took it. You know, because that's the market right now.
Fortunately, people like to criticize, and they'll take any opportunity that they can. So yeah, it's just human nature. And we got Diego M, $10 super chat. Today is a payday for those of us who wake up unnaturally 5 days a week. Mike the Snake, can you give us a lathe update? Sorry, I can't jump on. Something came up. Love you, brother. What's going on with the lathe, Mikey?
I can show you a picture.
Quick update. Yeah, you got a picture?
Yeah. I've
Mikey's
been working on it all morning.
Art.
There's my bowl chucked up on the lathe.
One second. I'm just trying to juggle a few things. Ooh!
So see the burl chunks mixed in with the resin?
That looks pretty cool, Mikey.
Wow.
Yeah. And
very impressive.
So I'm in the process now of trying to shape the outside, and then I'll core the inside. And
hey, Mike, I sent you that PO. I sent you that PO for the first 500. I just need it by the end of the month.
Okay, got it. No problem, man.
Just teasing.
Hey, if anybody wants to
this one, I'll be up and running. I should be able to make 100 a day. You know, no problem.
Wow.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck, man. I'm like diving in deep end first. I barely know what I'm doing. I'm struggling.
just be careful so that it doesn't leave the lathe. And
Yeah. No, I got my new triple bearing end stock, and so it's securely held, but it started out way out of balance. So the whole thing is shaking, and I had to grind off the out of balanceness, and I've finally gotten it to where it's in balance. So now the machine's running smoothly. But the fuck if I can't get my tools, like as I'm going along, they'll catch, and
so you got to be careful. You have to sharper tools. You
grab.
need sharper tools.
No, I mean I got a grinder with a super fine wheel that I sharpen them.
Hey, Fat
constantly on.
Windbag Ben sent me a mail. He's saying that this is the plane that's going to be taking me to Australia with extra headroom.
Yeah,
Jeez,
lots of
man.
extra headroom.
Oh my god.
That is a big head you have, Tim.
Yeah, it's because I was hit with the luggage. A flight attendant was taking luggage out of the overhead bin. I was fast asleep. It was like two chairs down. They smacked me right. I lost an opportunity to sue the Delta.
Yeah.
The second
get this.
I'm no lawyer.
Moron.
Tim settled for 2,500 sky miles. That's it.
Are you kidding? Is that
It drew
real?
blood. No, it's real.
A flight attendant hit you in the head. Did they hurt you?
Yeah, I was bleeding.
Oh, dude.
I know.
You can't fly for free on that airline for the rest of your life. That's what I would have said. That's what I would have been like. Okay, I want free whenever I want, first class forever.
He got 2,500 sky miles in a Stroop waffle.
I'm taking a photo of this right now, putting it on Twitter, Instagram, and calling CNN immediately, and they're going to jump all over that. Unless you just fucking give me a free pass, you might still be able to do it, man.
I mean,
unless you sign off.
It was like a spike, and I was bleeding from it.
It looks like just a horrific injury.
Horrific! It's terrible. Look, I'm just too nice of a guy. I could have made it into a big deal. I don't know. Something's terribly wrong with me. I'm not even thinking this way because I think I'm flying in Ukraine. You know how in Ukraine that's just normal. If you don't get hit in the head on the plane in Ukraine,
things are a bit backward.
Yeah, it's a little different. Troy McMahon, 5 pounds. Prices might go down, but only to an extent. Look at the demographics of people that buy these watches, and he put some pause. Ow, 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 ow. Hey,
Of course.
Yeah. By the way, there was a beautiful Patek on David SW 5-1. I forgot the reference number, but basically Calatrava 37 mil with the date.
Was it a 5027?
5027. Let me see.
5096.
502. I think it was 17. 5017.
867309.
Well, no, you know what? It does look like the 5127. I think it was the older reference. Anyways, white gold for 17,000. That's with tax, everything included. There's going to be some amazing deals in the upcoming days. I would be saving up money, and getting the watch that I wanted at a discount. If you want the Rolex, right now is going to be the time to pick it up. I totally agree.
So I'll tell you, my AD has been very texty the last couple weeks. And I got offered a couple 36 millimeter OPs. I got offered, of course, there's always HS 41s. And I said I'd take a 36 for the wife, but I wanted mustard red. I don't want.
Yes.
And there's no Tiffany anymore, I guess. But
there's Tiffany in 36.
Oh, is there? Well, I said that, but I don't know what she had, but I don't have those. But so she's reaching out to me instead of my usual.
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
Right. Interesting. You see, they want to move some stuff. By the way, you know what I said to the gentleman who was offered the blue Milgauss? I said, listen, if you don't like the blue, ask them if they have the black, and maybe get on the list for like a Batman or a Batgirl or Pepsi or something in addition to that. Because, the black one is less desirable, and if they see you are willing to get the, because like the blue one, it's you can take it or leave it. I think the contrast on the black one, that hand, the orange hand against the black dial. So
True.
If you
There's
don't want
better
the blue one,
contrast.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you like the black one, then it actually bolsters your credibility because you're passing up, quote, a more desirable model to settle
Exactly.
for the one you want. Yeah.
The blue one
Still,
is,
though, I
is
would never
demanded by
turn
a lot
down
of
the blue.
flippers.
Sea blue. I would never turn one down.
Yeah, you know,
It's such a special watch.
What do you guys think? If she offered me another Milgauss, I would take it. No one wants to hear my stories, but Oshin, it goes back to people telling you that you can't get anything from an AD. I had an AD give me a sub 41 date last June, no purchase history. I just went in, for about 6 months or so. I'd go in, they saw watches, I built a relationship. And then they gave me another one that Christmas because my son got a scholarship to play college baseball. They knew me as a person. I wasn't like creepy. I didn't bring them donuts. I just was like, And then they also sold me a Datejust 41, and so I don't have any Daytonas or anything like that. But that was with zero purchase history.
That's
So
great.
it's possible.
It's possible. Unfortunately, I've spoken about
That's
this
in the
on
United
channel.
States.
No, it's not just because it's the US. It's just that he has that particular connection. He has that rapport. It depends which AD you have.
Yeah.
There are so many things. There's always those glory stories. Unfortunately, they make a lot of other people think that it's really easy or possible, or they can do it too.
Yes.
And that can be, for every one guy with your story, Mikey, there are 10,000 guys with no story. I got so many messages yesterday, people going, "You're right, nothing has changed. Every time I go into the AD, they keep looking at me with a blank stare. I keep getting the same old bloody 18 months minimum on like a non-desired piece, and when I was in the AD the other day picking up my sub from service, they were like, "We ain't got nothing. Nothing has changed in here. We have nothing in stock, and anything that's coming in is already taken. So nothing really has changed." I think a lot of people are coming out now going, "Oh, I got the call," and they're trying to link it to, some sort of crash in the market. No, you would have gotten the call probably. It's not like no one ever gets the call. People go to casinos, they win. Lots of people win in a casino. It's not all losers, but it's mostly losers. Otherwise, the casino would.
It's
not
possible
be there.
that there's also some kind of bias, when
and you also hear about the winners, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I went to Vegas for the weekend. I came back with $6,000. What's that going to do? That's going to send more people to Vegas to lose $6,000.
Yeah,
It's
people tell the winning stories.
Selection effect.
People tell the winning stories way more than they tell the losing stories.
Of course,
right?
Everybody's going to hide their losing story. You feel like
but
an
I will
idiot.
tell you, I have friends that are boaters, and I'm not a boater. And he was getting ready to sell a boat and really upgrade. And he's got more money than I'll ever wish to have. And he's like, I'm going to wait a little while. So I think at a different level, certain people were just buying any watch, and now they're going, this may sound like stupid, but in the past you could get a sub for 9,100 and they would pay you 15, and then David SW was selling them for 17 or 20.
Yes, 18,
now they're going, I'll give you a 11. Now that's $2,000 you could make.
But you said you got your first watch from them back in June of last year. Then one at Christmas, they were in the high points.
Yeah.
No, none of this. Nobody knew that there was any sort of fall happening back then. So you've got a great AD. They like you, and stay on their side. And good for you. And don't tell anyone where that AD is, because people will show up. They'll take a flight and they'll go there. You know how many people write to me every day going, "I heard there's a good AD in Hong Kong. Should I fly to Hong Kong?"
So just to clarify that, though, so here's the story. It wasn't always a great experience. I had people blowing me off, and I went out there one time, and I said, "Hey," so I called in. They said you had some watches in, and this sales associate said, they did?" And I said, "Yeah." And I could see him walk down the hall, and I see her talking to a guy, and I see them looking at me she was going to see if they had any watches. They never went back anywhere to look for watches. She came back out and said, "No, I'm sorry, we don't have any." As I left the store, I said, "Hey, can I talk to somebody and just tell you not a complaint, but?" And she goes, "Well, I'm the owner." And I said, "Well, let me tell you what just happened." She goes, "That just happened here." I said, "Yeah, someone like looked at me from down the hall and said, 'No, we don't have anything.'" And I said, "What's that about?" And she's like, "Tell me what watches you want. I can't make any promises." And from that point on, I had a relationship. I treated him like a human being. I told him a story, and she calls me and offers me things. Now, when I say, "Hey, how about a white Daytona?" She's like, "Mickey, you're gonna be waiting."
Yeah, take it easy.
Slow down, man.
Think of all the watches I've gotten for my AD. I've never been offered a Pepsi, never offered a Daytona.
Yep.
You need a little bit of foreplay, man. You wanna come right away. Kevin D, $2 super chat, 22-hour flight. Fuck me dead. I would lose my mind.
Are you in business or first class or business or no?
I'm
you're at the back.
Economy plus.
Oh, plus. Okay.
Yeah, and it's not even the 22. It's all together. It's 27 hours because I'm flying from Newark to San Francisco, from San Francisco to Sydney, and then Sydney to Brisbane.
Well, that's the shortest hop. The big one is SF to Sydney. Make
sure
you get up and walk around a bit,
half.
dude. Don't sit in your chair the whole time. Go to the restroom, walk around a little bit and stuff. You don't want to get a DVT or anything because it's a long flight. And most DVT fatalities are in Australia because Australia is notoriously long. That and Hawaii and Guam and remote places like that. You know, you're sitting there for 14 hours on a flight, not moving. You don't want that to happen, especially in a seated position. So and sometimes you have a glass of wine and that or take some asprin. You know, that's what they use.
Take aspirin.
But it's best just to get up and walk around or move your legs around. It's it can be dangerous. I don't want to make you worried or anything, but it's a big long flight and so on.
You know what burns me about the airline seats is why forever since I can always remember they always have the neck pointed leaned forward. You can never lean your head all the way back like this when you're tired and you want to go to sleep. The headrest is knocked forward and there's nothing you can do about it. You can move the whole seat back and
right, but you can't move.
But you can't knock your head all the way back, and it's fucking so annoying.
I refuse to fly. I can't. I mean, I'm thinking about going to Aruba next month, and it's going to be a long flight from here, and because I've got a lot of friends there and connections there, blah blah blah. It's a beautiful place, but it's going to be a long flight, and I'm looking at just shelling out the cash for up front. So
will there be content collaboration with Design Atelier while you're there?
Aruba.
That could be great. That could be fantastic. I'm sure. Yeah, that we could work that out.
He's a great guy.
Genius. That guy. Guy's a fucking genius.
Snap £5 super chat. Can OC and Asheen say what they think is
insurance?
Insurance would make a claim if you had all timepieces on social media. Not you, Tim. You can't afford insurance. Good point. Good point.
I think the question is, would insurance deny a claim if you're constantly putting your watch collection on social media, or perhaps you were live streaming and then you were robbed while you were on the live stream or something? And
good question.
Nobody knows. I mean, those guys love to deny claims, so they'll look for any opportunity.
They'll look for anything.
You put all your watches on social media, then you told people where you lived. And then you got robbed.
Or someone else told people where I lived. No, but I keep everything in the bank. I mean, and the thing, I don't have insurance in the
Dirk, you have
in the house.
Terrible connection, Dirk. Sorry, it was Dirk. He wanted to say something to you.
Dirk Kennedy or Dirk?
Dirk Diggler. Dirk,
dude, fix my connection, man.
I'm taking a nap.
Collection is terrible.
I love that Dis is just sleeping through this.
Yeah.
This is great. This is classic shit.
Yeah, I have to sleep, guys.
We just like to have him here in the corner, keep an eye on him.
Dis,
it's like 1 a.m. in Israel, right? What time is it?
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m. You guys are 1 a.m.
What'd you do all day, Dis? Give us an update.
What?
What'd you do all day? Give us your day.
Well, he put in a whole day of work on the dungeon.
Yeah, I was in the dungeon, man.
Oh.
Get off the dungeon.
Oh god, too funny. Hey, Ashin, do you have any requests for me in Australia? Do you want me to bring you something from Archie's den?
I actually have family in Australia.
Oh,
I have uncle and an aunt. Two. Well, yeah. Yeah, I have. I don't know. Let me think about that. I've been meaning to go to Australia myself for a long time, but it's honestly it's that big long trip that just turns me off every time.
this is brutal. That is brutal.
I'll tell you one thing I'd like, but I don't know if it will help bringing it back from Australia, and that is a Penfolds Grange. You know what that is?
Penfolds
It's a bottle of wine.
Ooh.
Penfolds, they're like they're all Italian vines.
Write that down, Timmy.
Over.
Write it down.
The Penfolds got 100 points back in 2008 from Wine Spectator, from Robert Parker, and from what's his name, the other guy who's on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. The three main people, 100 points each for 2008, and the price of the wine went from 250 Australian dollars to like $1,000 overnight. The Australians protested. The Australians said, "We are not buying it," but the rest of the world were like, "We'll buy it." So they sold it anyway. And I actually got one for a birthday of mine, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago or something. And it's one of the great bottles of the world. I don't know if you can get them cheaper over there.
Penfolds Grange. Well, I'll ask. I'll ask.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen Archie drink one.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, like 2 years ago or something.
Oh, was it the one where where they couldn't get the cork out?
I don't know. I can't remember that part, but I remember him having a Penfolds Grange in some hotel room with some guy.
Oh,
the guy was paying for it, you know.
Yes,
surprise.
yes. I think that's the one. It was very expensive, and they just couldn't open it. They completely fiked up the cork.
Oh, they messed up the cork.
Yeah. It just all crumbled.
Yeah,
into the bottle.
That can happen. Yeah, and you just use a coffee strainer then.
Yeah. Hey, Snap, thank you so much for reminding everyone to hit that upvote button. I would really appreciate it. We got 300 people watching, only 50 upvotes. Come on, guys. Hit the upvote button.
Come on,
help
guys.
us out.
Upvote.
It's Friday night, upvote.
Dirk says he wanted to show us the rain. He's in some kind of he's in Disneyland right now with the family.
Oh. Crazy rain here in Venice the past couple of days.
I saw that video. It was a shot. I'm not sure if it was outside of your home or whatever, but it was aimed at the famous cafe that you're always
the Florian, and all the shit is flying away into the sky.
And
it was like
all the outdoor awnings and everything were being
ripped
apart.
Yeah, jeez. It was wild.
Jeez, but yeah, I'm going to Australia. Hopefully, I'm gonna make the journey into some type of a long form film. But man, it's just a lot of anxiety. I don't know. I'm freaked out.
Why?
I don't know. It's big responsibility. It's hard.
It's the furthest you've ever been away from home, right?
It's also change of like it's a change of like routine. I'm always doing these live streams, but when I'm there, I'm not going to be able to do it. So
it's going to be, you're going to be awake all night and sleepy all day.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's also going to be colder there. It's their winter.
I have to wear pants, hoodie.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It never gets super cold.
40s at night, Tim. I sent you that weather.
I know you scared me. Mickey sent me the forecast.
You want to get even more scared?
Because I know you're going to show up with a pair of shorts and 3 t-shirts.
I was just hoping maybe I'll borrow something from
sorry, you're right, OC.
There's something else.
He was hoping to show up with a camera bag, 1 pair of underwear, and 1 t-shirt. Now the hoodie and the pants are throwing a whole friggin' wrench in everything.
Everything
dude, they have some crazy spiders there and crazy shit. snakes and spiders, weird shit.
Weird.
So
And
and those enormous tarantula, they get attracted to your breath. So the Aussies are always like, when you wake up in the morning, if you're anywhere in the bush, like outside the big cities, you wake up in the morning and there's a big tarantula on your pillow, breathing in your breath.
Oh my God!
Holy fook! These super chats.
Holy fook! Bahrain watch collector, $100 something for the trip. Timmy, all the best. Hey, this guy saved my London trip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I was totally broke as pocus when I went to London, and he sent a PayPal to get through the show. So that's how I was able to feed myself when I was there. And he's doing it again. Thank you so much, Bahrain Watch Collector. I really, really appreciate your support.
The first thing you're gonna have to do is fill up Archie's car when you get there with gas.
Oh yeah, it's just like there's no gas. The car doesn't have gas. Oh God, Billy Piccolo. Oh, I'm gonna use this to get the SIM card because I'm gonna try to do some kind of streams and post stuff for the WhatsApp group for the members, people who are members of the live streaming community. Those that are at $10 level, they get like my WhatsApp number, and I post all kinds of behind the scenes secret stuff. But we got Billy Piccolo, $5. There is enough watches at the green market. What is the green market?
It's very environmentally friendly in China.
There is enough watches at the green market deals in China and Hong Kong to supply the world. It makes the green market deals in US look like kids. Is he talking about gray market or green market?
I think it's autocorrect there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Billy Piccolo. It's Billy Piccolo. He's using the voice thing, the voice recognition thing. Okay. So the gray market deals in China and Hong Kong to supply the world. I know that the reason there was a massive shortage pre the explosion was because the Chinese market was buying up all the stock here. They were coming in buying a block of Rolex watches. Just madness. 100-piece block, like just cash, crazy stuff. So maybe they're stocked up there. We'll see. We'll see when the trade opens if things change. But man, Billy Piccolo, thank you so much for the super chat again. Bahrain Watch Collector, what a legend. I'm gonna need that SIM card, so this is so helpful.
Very nice guy. Super.
Very generous.
Mike is not happy with somebody.
What happened?
Well, Mikey
Miles running his own stream. Mikey. Ooh, who do you think he's on the phone with?
I'm trying to read lips. It looks like a lot of.
He's talking about the lathe work. Paul Kendrick, £5. Hi, Timmy. Has the roommate cooled off after the pizza incident? Just a little bit, because.
Hopefully, you're going to sneak some of that pizza in your carry-on luggage since you weren't allowed to eat any of it.
I tried to get a slice after I ended the stream. We took a walk. I came back and I tried to get a slice before going to sleep, and she literally sat against the refrigerator so that I can't get it until I fell asleep. She wouldn't like.
It was so weird to see your wife, and maybe because of her size, but like if that was like some Karen white lady, we would have called the police for you. Like that was crazy. I mean, I don't know if you were like experiencing.
Well, I think you got your money's worth.
That was way better than if I would have done a $50 super chat. I never would have saw that entertainment. So.
And bang per buck, 100%. Oh God.
The roommate is very good-hearted, very, very well-intentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, she's right though. Everything she was saying.
How it manifests itself is another issue.
Yeah.
Is there any news on when the China's gonna open? anyone has any idea? I mean, it just seems like when Australia is open, I find it really weird. Maybe they're slow on vaccinations or something. Because I don't have to take a test for like I don't have to get usually you would need that 70-hour COVID test before flying. So I don't need that for Australia.
Yeah, I'm going to Germany, and Germany was really strict, a couple months ago, and now you don't need anything.
Interesting. Boxing Barry says Mike the Snake is probably on the phone to Saad about the disruption. We got Fake Nutritionist, $2 super chat. Fake Nutrition, $2. Dirk, 98%. Your wife is cheating, not attracted to you. Jeez. Whew. Man, that's just... We love Dirk. I don't think she is. But...
What watch did you decide on taking?
I think I'm taking the Daytona, unfortunately.
I think you go.
It's a terrible idea because it's a GMT
Why,
watch.
unfortunately? It's a perfect watch to take.
Dude, that's a baller watch. You're going across the world. Take that watch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
It's what US is 11.
It's time to start making some memories with the Daytona, right? I mean, going to Australia. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's better to bring the Daytona.
I find that when I go to West Coast, I like my GMT because I can quickly change the time 3 hours. But I'm not like looking at it to say what time is it in the East Coast. And same thing with Australia. It's 11 or 12 hours. You just know that your wife is 11 hours before you. You don't need your watch to do that.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a poll. I'm gonna make a poll in the chat. Okay. What watch should I bring to Australia? Okay, here we go. Daytona, or I'll just put Honda. Okay. Explorer 2 Polar. Some people are saying
well,
Pepsi.
they're saying your Explorer 2 because that's your favorite watch because that's what
you
wear. That's what you wear.
That's the watch, the Tim Wright watch. And Brad Sanders, $2.79 Canadian. Thank you so much, Brad. I really appreciate the super chat.
For those who are not familiar with the Australia itinerary, when do you actually leave again?
Hey, I'm leaving tomorrow in the morning because I'm taking a bus. So I have to go to the city. Then I have to go to Port Authority, and there is a bus, like a shuttle, that goes to Newark.
You're adding 2 hours onto your morning.
How much would that ride be, Tim?
$20.
Oh, the Uber.
Oh, the Uber is $100.
All right.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll get stuck in the tunnel, in the Holland tunnel.
Yeah.
No, it's early in the morning. It should be very, very fast. If you take
another way.
My flight is at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, so dude, you might get a deal if you look up the Ubers before you leave.
Early for the lounges.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna leave at 9 o'clock. Go to the city. All right. Get the what's it called? The shuttle. Take the shuttle.
And
then
arrive
access
to a lounge though? If you have a regular ticket?
I have a lounge.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
I have the American Express Platinum.
Ah, okay, great.
Yeah, I'll go through the security and then just go to the lounge and do a live stream from the lounge.
Yeah, just drink and eat.
Yeah. I'm gonna get wasted.
They have a wanted.
That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, because and that way I don't have to buy basically lunch or dinner because I'll have it lunch and dinner. I'll have it before the flight.
Just keep in mind that if you're visibly intoxicated, you could threaten the whole trip. They could boot you.
Yeah, don't be rude or anything. Just sit down. And
never rude. Come on, guys.
Yeah. No, you're never
rude. Only for entertainment purposes only. Never rude. Never rude, guys. Troy McMahon is Eyebashers on for tomorrow evening, Asheen?
Yes.
Good question.
Yes.
It's on.
Eyebashers tomorrow. It's bi-weekly now. It's Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Did you
Tune
start
into that.
doing the Eyebashers only on the Eyebashers channel? No, you're
Yeah,
no longer.
it's not on the. I don't want to mix it up too much.
Tomorrow,
I
tomorrow,
also-
Sheen,
Huh?
tomorrow, Sheen, I'm seeing 3 bands that are less popular than Mr. North. I'm seeing REO Speedwagon, Styx, with, get this, opening up Loverboy.
Oh my god!
I know you were bigger than Loverboy.
I was about to say we supported Styx, but we didn't, because when they asked us, they said, "Can we have a broken down version? We don't want to bring on drums and everything." So they just wanted our singer and our guitarist, for my brother. So that it was just singer and guitarist that supported Styx, but we technically, Mr. North supported Styx for a few gigs.
What year was
But
that?
I wasn't there for them. Like 2006, something like that. Yeah, 2007. Funny.
O'Sheen, do you know Kip Winger?
No,
You never met Kip?
no,
You know who he is, though, right?
no.
He was in that big '80s band Winger, but now he's doing all kinds of operas. And Kip Winger, you know,
You should come on Eyebashers tomorrow. Ask Dirk. He probably knows him. Dirk knows everyone. I don't know Winger, the act, or
when
Kip.
you go look it up, you'll see the songs. It's definitely big hair band. They got blown up right when grunge came in, and Beavis and Butthead had the nerd kid wear a Winger shirt.
Oh, that shit. Okay.
Big fan of Winger. I've seen Winger live many times.
So
Wow.
I know Kip well, and I was on the road with them. I won't tell the whole story. In like '90, in the pool tour, their last tour, I traveled from Lubbock, Texas, to Toronto and all across the North America with them as a roadie, I guess you'd say. I'll send you some pictures one time, Tim, if the show is really, really slow.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool story. And that's not flexing, Kent. That's it's Winger.
Yeah, Winger's
Kip's
pretty
amazing. If you look him up, you'll know it. But
yeah. And what did you do? Roading? Were you on
so
one
a friend of mine's
particular
band got
instrument?
signed by Epic Records, and long story short, they opened up for them, and I got along so well with this guy by the name of David Hoffus. He was a big sound guy in the industry, and when they got kicked off the tour, I just hung out. I stayed on, and they paid me like a per diem and like $200 a day, and
Nice.
it was fun. That's I have some tour bus stories. I sound like
Nice.
Mike now. No disrespect, Mike, but I definitely have lived like
Maybe Mickey has more stories than Mikey.
No, I know it sounds like
maybe so. No, my music experience was like pre-grunge mainly. Like the music scene out here in Northern California was hopping. Bigger than San Francisco, even like pre-grunge. Like Sub Pop was just beginning, and
no offense, Mickey, but I was just watching some San Francisco news about the drug kind of abuse stuff in San Francisco, and they were saying, "Oh, it's especially bad in the Tenderloin," and I'm like, "What the? Where is that?" And I googled it, and that's where me and Archie are staying. Hotel.
And the Tenderloin. But that's not a very bad area.
No, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. But it was just funny because I was like, where is the Tenderloin?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, we're staying right there. It's funny. But we got Zawi $3 super chat. So exciting. Australia trip. Zawi can't wait to meet up. And Madman can't wait for the 26th. Madman. That's right. 26, 27, 28. We will be in Melbourne. So I'll see you then. By the way, I sent you the message where we are at, which hotel we're staying at. But Madman can't wait to meet up. Man, this guy is a really, really generous supporter. Madman also a member for 15 months. Jesus. As a story editor, upvote guys. Should have cracked 100 upvotes by now. Yeah, good point. Good point. We're only at 90. Please
Here,
hit the
watch
upvote
this.
button.
Watch this. 91.
By the way, Asheen, I don't know how much time you have. We're gonna go for another 35 minutes, but if you have to leave, just let me know.
Okay, man.
I really appreciate you hopping on today to
Sure, man.
talk about.
Anytime. Anytime.
And I'm gonna need the picture for
For the mug.
Yes.
I keep forgetting. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay. Hey, when I'm back, I'm gonna be working really, really hard to set up a kind of a community merch store.
Pictures too, as well.
Thank you, Mikey. Well, milk tenderloin is the perfect encapsulation of America. Rolex and LV stores and huge homeless camps. Wow, that is pretty terrible.
Go to like 19th in Valencia. That's where.
And my watch channel, Asheen Time, for more lifestyle travel videos.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming.
By the way, I've seen you started making some new different type of videos.
I figured I'd go back over the basics a bit, how to take care of your watch and how to set a GMT and things like that for newcomers.
Yeah,
cool. Because we get very involved in our own stuff and we keep picking up, all of us, we keep picking up our narrative from where we left off. Can you imagine somebody coming to my channel and me going, oh, I'm changing the name of my channel. They'd be like, well, who gives a shit? I just discovered your channel. Or, coming along to you and going, well, why do we care you're going to Australia or whatever? So I figured I'd give some stuff for, I also thought, like, if I ever gift a watch to someone, let's say I gift a watch to my brother or something, like a gorgeous Rolex or something, and he doesn't know how to, set the time properly and deal with the date. We know all that shit. We know all those ground rules, right? Don't we? Like, don't leave your watch on a magnet, on a speaker or something. So I figure, like, I can direct people to that stuff. I'm just getting my new watch, my new mechanical watch. What do you think I should do? I'll be like, okay, watch that video and go over the basics.
One thing you brought up, Oisin, which I thought was really cool, and I never really noticed before, but it was, you were talking about the screw down crown. And you can, when you unscrew it, you move it clockwise just that little bit and it pops out that little extra.
I know, isn't it funny? That's Rolex specific.
And it's something you don't really realize.
Yeah,
but it's
you don't realize it, why? Because you unscrew it, it pops out, and then you go to wind it, and that extra popping happens. Maybe you don't realize it. It's just that little quarter turn, and the thing pops out an extra. Now it's fully popped out.
Now it's fun. Now I do it intentionally to turn it that little bit clockwise and watch it pop out again. It's like, yes, Oisin taught me that.
It's all about the little things, man.
Oh yeah, my tutor does the same thing.
Tutor does. It does do the same thing. Yeah. So I just figured I'd make some videos like the GMT. A lot of people have GMT watches. They don't know how to use them.
I mean, there's some like this might sound a little bit ridiculous, but there's some extreme newbies. They don't even know that the crown is screwed down, because I had my wife, her friend, nurse friend, was wearing a turnograph, and she was sending me a picture saying, "Hey, look at this! My friend at work, like, she's got a turnograph."
Yeah,
and the crown is unscrewed.
The crown is out. Yeah, because a lot of people they unscrew it, it pops out. They set it. They just never think, oh, now I have to put the crown back.
Yes, because they're so used to the quartz watches. The quartz watches, you don't have that.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know. So a few basics. I figure it can't hurt. It can't hurt. Put out some basics just for folks, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to do a lot of interesting stuff.
You have a great way of explaining things as well, Oisin.
Thanks, man.
You do.
Thanks.
I mean, you're clear and concise and very understandable. And so when you explain things, people get it. It's like nobody's going to question or go, "What was that?" Because you're very instructive in how you speak.
Thank you very much. That's a nice compliment. Thank you very
there's
much for that.
there are those videos out there on how to use GMT, but I mean, you just did that video better and extensive, like so
His
that
video on the 3861, like, had me just completely changing how my thinking, because I was on my way to go buy a 3861, and then I went to my AD and they had both, and I put them both in my hand, and after watching his video, what he had mentioned about the watch was true. Plus, it was an extra $1,000, and I wanted the big box, and so I ended up getting the 1861.
Yeah, you probably got the better watch, man.
Because of your video.
Okay,
Wow.
man. Well, then I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, the edges weren't cut your finger sharp, but they were sharp. They were just like you said, and
Well, a lot of people exaggerated, going, "What do you mean it's going to cut your skin out?" I was like, "It's not going to cut you if you just put the watch on." I said that if you pushed it into your thumb, it could, and that ain't good for a nice $7,000 watch. What are we looking at here, Tim? We're looking at
Hey, this is a super chat from Snap. He's a fellow. Well, he's from Britain, and he visited me here in New York. He brought his Zero West watch to show me.
Yes, yeah.
And
look at that beast.
Yeah, and I never, until that time, I never really handled a Zero West watch this extensively. And I gotta tell him, it's a cool watch. It's a cool,
impressive build, aren't they?
Yeah,
you could hammer nails with that fucking thing. That thing, they're indestructible. Those watches, they're unbelievable.
Cool.
And he says, "Love the DB1." Guess this
that's one of my favorites of the lot. Yeah,
I'd love to see new products.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're not everybody's taste. We've been over this many times. Look at the size of it next to the other watches as well.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they're for a big wrist, but man, first of all, they don't look like other watches, so that's nice. They're not pretending to be a different kind of
design.
watch. Yeah, completely unique. The engineering and the attention to detail is amazing, and they're just tanks. Like, it's great because the DB1 there, that is the back of that has a piece of the Lancaster, one of the Lancasters that did the Dam Busters mission. It actually has a piece of the metal. That's fucking amazing. And the Lancaster is such a beast of a machine. These watches are beasts. They're just, if you want a crown, by the way, you unscrew those crowns, man. That is. Do you ever get that feeling when you're unscrewing a crown that you better be careful?
Yeah, sometimes.
You're like, oh shit, this thing is a little, precarious. Those things,
I can feel like you're gonna break it, or sometimes it feels like you're screwing it, but it's like rusted or something. Some of them have this grinding.
Yeah. You can hear grind and stuff. The crowns on the Zero West ones, they're amazing. They're a monster. When you screw that thing, there's no water getting into that watch ever.
Nice. You can feel the resistance from the O-rings.
Yeah, they're just beasts, but they are big, chunky watches. So you better have the wrist for it. But it's the same as a Panerai or something.
Yeah.
One thing that I have to really give Zero West, and let me show you something that. Why I criticize a lot of brands in this price point. Billy Piccolo says, I bought all my watches from the AD and I'm done.
Good for
Thank
you.
you for the super chat. Let me show you, because yesterday Baltic released a new watch. And so, for example, like, I look at this brand and I think it's very disappointing to look at, because they're just basically making homage watches. They're looking at other brands. They're seeing
that's an old Daytona there,
right? Yeah, that's kind of a Paul Newman dial, right?
Yeah,
Paul Newman with a little bit of
and that thing's $2,000.
Yeah. And then, this is like a made in China. I think they're proud, or Thailand. I forgot, but they're proud. But they're proud of
Malaysia.
What's his name? Malaysia, maybe. Yeah, Malaysia. What's his name?
Ooh,
Are they
micro
in-house
rotor.
movements? They're interesting looking movements, though.
Oh yeah, micro rotor. This is $500 for this one.
Okay.
All right. I mean, it looks great, but they're taking kind of inspiration from other brands. They're not in none of their watches have DNA. Like each watch is different because it's a knockoff of some other watch.
Something else. Yeah, I can already see a few there.
Right. By today, it's kind of hard to reinvent the wheel.
No, but Zero West, like when you see Zero West, it's Zero West because they have a completely unique.
No, Zero West accomplished that, but I'm just saying, like in this watch world,
they have a DNA.
Today, it is pretty hard to reinvent the wheel. You have to be something kind of way out there, like Zero West, and really stand out. Without otherwise, you're gonna look like something else that somebody's already made.
Yeah, it must be so hard. I get asked that question all the time. If you were to make a watch, what would it look like? I have no idea. Like I never even thought about that.
It would look exactly like a Rolex, fucking
like something else, right? Yeah, because you just like model it on something else. It must be hard to come up with a new design. Anyway, Zero West don't have to work too hard because they only have to appeal to 100 or 200 people at a time because that's all they make of each of their editions. So they don't have to think about, these Baltic guys have to pump out a bunch of watches for a different area of the market. Zero West, like they make a watch, they have so many pieces of the metal from the original thing they're talking about. All their watches are dead. They have a theme. They dedicate them to different things. And all they need is 100 people around the world to care. Go, you know what? My father flew one of those planes, or whatever. And then that's it. They don't need to appeal to all of us.
Yes.
And so it's there's no harm in it. I talk about them honestly because they're connected to lovely stories, and I like to tell a nice story. Really, the watches look good on me though. On my big wrist, they look really nice. But
your dad flew fighter planes?
No. I just like the stories. I like to tell the stories. So they're beautiful old stories, and they're stories of heroism and science and stuff. So I like to tell the story. That's my thing. I don't go, hey, this is the greatest watch. You should buy this watch. This watch is for you. I don't say any bullshit like that. I just go, today I'm going to talk about this story, and then I talk about the watch a bit, and I go, this is how it's connected. And you can make up your own mind then. And if you're not interested, or if you're not in those 100 people who got it, because these things sell out, the Zero West watches sell out very quickly, then at least you saw an interesting story. Maybe you didn't know about that story and about that guy who died and all of that stuff,
Snap 5 pounds. OC said 104 meetup in New York City. Depends how desperate you are, OC. Tim met me for price of coffee. Yeah, Snap is not he's not a loaded guy, but I still went out and said hello. He got me coffee at least. That was powered me through the day. Cheers, Tim. Sorry I couldn't do lunch, but had to be elsewhere. Hey, it's no problem, man. No problem whatsoever. Whoops. Billy Piccolo.
Whoops. Usually I'm usually the one who does a mistake like that.
It was too close to the super chat.
Whoops.
It jumped up. Billy Piccolo Zero West watches are so ugly. Nobody wants to copy. Hey.
And by the way, it's not $100 to meet me. I'm free, but it's special dinner with Tim Wright, Archie Luxury, and me, and Humble Pine. So it's like it's a special dinner. So we're trying to keep it super exclusive. So there's a little bit of an entrance fee.
Executive dinner, yeah. It's like one of those governmental dinners, where you pay $1,000 or $5,000 just as a donation,
And then
but,
you're there,
you
yeah.
get in and you get dinner and you get to
You're at
listen to
table
the speech.
23 and the
It's
president
a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser.
Yeah, fundraiser, and you get to listen to that politician's schmeal at the end of the dinner and that kind of thing.
Oh, you know what? I have actually a question. I have a question. A really cool member of the community. He's thinking of pulling a trigger on a very divisive watch. Now, on this, we're gonna need some good, level-headed advice here, okay? Because
Okay, I'll leave.
yeah, here we go. Let me show you. He sent me the video. He said they told him he has a week to think about this. Okay, but he doesn't know. Well, he's basically said he doesn't really care what you guys say, but you know.
Is it a tank American?
Whoa, it was a tank Centre.
Oh, Centre.
Yeah.
It's almost the shape of an American, but it has a 12 and 6. That's quite elegant. Quite nice.
It is. It's kind of elongated though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker. I'm a Cartier tank super fan. But that one's a little
interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's very interesting. But let's see, a little elongated. That's all. So it's just my comment on that.
Yes, it's very
nice watch.
It's pretty,
beautiful,
very pretty there. Look
gold,
wow.
yellow, gold, man. Fuck, that's a looker.
Look at that.
Look at the reflections on it. Are those actually divots cut out in the case?
No. That's just the reflections.
Okay,
It's
well,
gold.
boy, it sure reflects in a cool way.
Yes,
that's
very
class.
Yeah,
Cartier's class.
Pure class, pure class.
That's a baller watch, man.
I know, and it's like, well, it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but
how
these
much
are
is
actually
that? 10 grand, 15.
No. It's
it's
gold.
gold.
Oh yes,
So it's
a.
Carolyn Martin is saying it doesn't go to skin color. Unfortunately, that can happen a lot.
Yeah,
you want to wear a gold watch, you should really be tan and stuff. But unfortunately, the truth is a lot of risks.
Yeah, that's why I can't do yellow gold. I can't do yellow gold.
Yeah, it doesn't go to skin.
Man, also, he was just wearing like a long sleeve T-shirt because this is a kind of watch you shouldn't be wearing without a proper suit, in my opinion.
Do they make different sizes of that, like they do the Reverso?
No, I don't.
No,
no. I think the American as well is the same. That's
a big watch.
Yeah, they're very long. It covers the whole wrist. But the observation about the wrist color, the skin color, hits home because I get so many people sending me pictures of their new watch on their wrist. And not every wrist looks so good, you know what I mean? And you're just like, okay, that's quite round though, isn't it? Go back up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Go up again.
I'm trying to get the profile. Let me see. There we go.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
It's
not as round as I thought it was.
Case.
Wow,
that is pretty. That is fucking cool,
right?
Very interesting, yeah.
There was someone who really wanted to get one, but they were struggling to find it. And I forget who. Now you see like that.
Look at how class that is.
You need to be wearing like a cardigan.
That black is sex.
The black is even nicer. And there's another pink looking arm,
Mm-hmm.
But listen, every watch looks better with good looking skin. Like I couldn't wait for the summer months to roll in so I could start getting tanned because all my watches look better.
Why are you telling me this right now? Huh? I'm in the middle of a live stream.
Ask her for pizza. Ask her for pizza.
Is it just got a snap down back plate?
And here's the silver dial. You see it also with
it's beautiful.
The cardigan,
the black
with the shirt. Man, that looks so cool.
Beautiful. That looks antique. The silver looks like it's a vintage.
Yeah.
If I may be the voice of reason for just 5 seconds, the watch is great, but Cartier has so many other great models that this is so far down on the list.
Yeah.
Which ones would you put ahead of this?
So many of, you can literally put 5 other Cartier collections ahead of this. And then the other thing is that it doesn't even have a Roman numeral 12 and a Roman numeral 6, which ties
in
a little bit more of Cartier DNA into the watch.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
I
got-
assume he's interested in this because it is alternative. I'm assuming, no?
Yeah.
No?
That's the milk.
yeah,
gas.
I mean, but it's got the inner track, the Cartier inner track, which is cool. But
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to have Roman numerals all the way around. But at least if they had a Roman numeral 12,
It doesn't look so big on that wrist.
No, it doesn't.
It looks a lot smaller on that wrist.
Did the 12 and the 6 have to be that large too? That's the only thing I.
Well, see, normally they're Roman numerals. They're not numbers.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, it's
What are they?
alternative. It's
Those
very
are called
alternative.
Arabic numbers, right?
Yeah. It's an alternative. This is like looking at a Cellini.
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Yeah.
It's like where it looks nothing like the rest of the catalog, but it's got its own style.
Its own
nice.
wabi sabi.
I like it. If I saw that in the wild, I'd be like, wow, that's interesting. Personally, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the drive. I love the drive.
The drive is
Especially with moon
very
phase.
modern and sexy.
Yeah.
This is like a certain clock. Like you have to be wearing a cardigan. I mean, seriously, look at that. It's the old one.
Oh, it's the old.
Wow.
The
Go back
Romans.
to
Yeah.
go back
Yeah,
to
the Romans is nicer. Yeah,
Yeah.
OC is right. You've got to have Romans.
Wow.
Roman.
That's
Mm.
nice.
And they don't do the one in front of the V for the 4. They just do 3 strokes for the 4. It's so
Yeah.
cheeky. I love it.
The watchmaker's 4. The watchmaker's 4.
Yeah, it's so nice. By the way, Ratzo's business has one of my favorite watches of all time for sale. Well, of course, I'm not going to reach out to them. But they have a Calatrava up there, and it's advertised as like, do you want a Patek Philippe for lower than list? Probably like 500 less than list. If you want to pull it up, it's on Pride and Pinion. It's
Which
a
one is
Calatrava with the let me see if I can find it. I'll send you a link. With the moon phase.
Was that the one that a friend of the show was selling?
I don't know. It just came up on their Instagram, and I was like, "Oh God, that's so beautiful." But I was like, "Oh God, he's selling it. Forget it." You know.
Calatrava.
But what a stunner! What a stunner of a watch. Oh, I've got it.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, this thing. That Calatrava you had, Timmy. I don't know if you still have it on loan, but I'll give it to you in the private chat. Yeah, there's the link.
Yes.
That is a stunner as well. I've got a gumming for one of those beautiful watches because I have my rose gold IWC, and though I love it, I feel like I need to go the whole way and just get one of these things. You know.
Oh, it says it's sold.
Oh, it's sold already. Oh, it is sold. Yeah. Dang! Look at that thing.
Oh, classic 5396.
Look at the.
Wow. 5196. Manual one 5396.
It's like an old Ford.
It's an annual calendar. Annual calendar Calatrava. These are crazy. Rite of passage. In the paddock, their annual calendars is just like
Yeah.
amazing.
I think Calatrava is kind of a rite of passage with Ape.
So cool.
AP.
I mean, are you not the man? If you that is the watch of a man, a real man. Like he's got nothing to prove. That guy, you know.
Yeah.
He's got nothing to prove to anyone, man. Look at that thing. Wow.
Oh,
Jesus. Anyway,
it's good stuff.
Cat Paws is like, I'm not sure he would consider selling it to you. Yeah, of course. That's why wouldn't reach out.
Maybe he can give you a discount. Now that you
Yeah.
You can always hire a middleman like the wizard.
Oh, that's the wizard. Yeah.
The wizard can solve all your problems.
By the way, I haven't seen the wizard in some time.
I heard from him today. Believe it or not.
You heard? Oh, yeah. What did he say?
Randomly out of nowhere.
Link
He
for
was
the
just going
wizard.
on about the haters. I don't know. I actually
He
agree
said
with
something
what
about the
said.
haters.
Yeah, the haters on my episode.
Oh,
Dropping
Yeah,
the
it was
link
a clever
for the
comment. So I was
wizard.
like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Wizard knows how to deal with the haters. He's got some haters of his own.
Sure.
He knows how to handle them.
Like
I
going
think
into hiding?
so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a professional.
Professional.
But what's the go? What's the go on the Centre? This is like 20K. This is not a cheap watch.
What's your what are you gonna vote, guys?
Look at this. Then the platinum ones are limited edition to 100 pieces. They go for 23. Man, if you could get the platinum one, oh, that would be probably the one to grab.
I don't know. I might pass on it now that OC mentioned the lack of Romans. It's very
No, I mean,
Cartier.
look at this shot, Oshin. It's not recognizable as a Cartier from a distance,
right?
And that's one of the things that you want.
No, but those sides that are
to,
very tank, like they look like the old tanks.
Yeah, it's like an elongated tank, but it's still not A lot of Patek Philippe makes a model that looks like that. Jaeger LeCoultre makes a reverse.
Yeah.
There's so many
watches. You got to be able to recognize the crown, and
you know the one that we have another gentleman in the watch community who has the asymmetric. I think that one. Now, if you could get the asymmetric, that would be that's like
the melted. That's the melted cheese.
No, that's the one that's kind of a melted cheese. No. So see here's the thing. You're talking about the crash. The crash. He was actually offered it. Or they offered it, the crash to him, and then they were like, "We can't get it. We tried our best, but we can't." Which makes me wonder, what if he gets this one? Will they offer him the melted cheese? It's hard, you know what I mean?
They're so beautiful.
Cartier.
I love Cartier.
Like almost every one of these is so instantly recognizable as a Cartier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Iconic.
I wouldn't wear one of those Ballon Bleus though for a man.
There's the American.
There's the American. Right. Look at that thing. Whoa.
Beautiful. Where's the asymmetric? Because asymmetric is such a.
So I got a while back that had a Roadster.
Look at the band
huge, big old watch.
Well, this one is nice.
You know, I was in Harry's Bar. You know what that is? Harry's Bar, very, very famous bar here in Venice, where all the big money goes. And you know, I walked in one time to get a Bellini. Overpriced Bellini, but whatever, it was excellent, and it was great to be in Harry's Bar. And there was a bunch of men at a table. Oh, this I've seen today. I just saw this on Instagram today. This exact watch, and it's a bit like that Vacheron, that it has the 12 in the upper right corner. So as a driver, you can read the time while your hand is on the steering wheel. Correct.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm in Harry's Bar. This is a couple of years ago, and all these men in their late 50s, early 60s, maybe even early 70s, very tanned, successful men. I knew I was looking at a table full of, I mean, probably highly paid doctors or lawyers or whatever they were. They were all having dinner. Every last one of them had a Cartier. Every last one. There wasn't a Rolex sub in sight.
Yes.
Which you see all over Italy. I mean, everyone's got a Rolex sub here. But it would have looked so crass and boyish. These men, they've all got over 10 million in the bank. They're all tan from their couple of months on their yacht, and they're just there at dinner. Every last one of them had a different kind of Cartier, usually a gold Cartier, maybe sharing it with their wife. You know what I mean? Because they're unisex. A lot of Cartier is unisex. That's a beautiful thing about Cartier. And I walked out of there going, whoa, God damn it, man. Cartier it just carries a lot of stature, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really want to add Cartier to my collection at some point. Hopefully it's like that is the next, if I was looking to buy something to add, because they have a lot of quite affordable pieces. Like you could be in the Cartier for quite a little bit of money. Like you can get one under 5, under 6, under 10,000. Like a non-precious metal, and then you're part of the community. You're part of the Cartier club.
Yeah.
And then you can start, making your way up to something like this. This is the asymmetric. The asymmetric.
It's asymmetrical, right?
Yeah.
Asymmetric.
Wild,
Beautiful.
right? Look at it.
Beautiful.
It is like a Vacheron 1921 equivalent. Oh, we got Brit Pierce, Tim Wright. I can't believe it's already that time. I can't wait to follow your Australia adventure. It's going to be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, guys. I'm gonna take you to see AC3, to see all the legendary places that we've seen in all of his throughout his escapades around Australia. It's very exciting.
Now, will you be climbing on the Sydney Bridge, the Harbor Bridge?
Maybe.
Bridge?
See, here's the thing. I can't afford to do it. Bondage said he'll pay, but I don't want him to pay for me. You know what I mean? It's just it's expensive. It's like $200 to climb.
Archie would never do it. Archie would never do it, right?
Well, no. Bondage will pay for Archie. He'll also pay for his son. But I mean,
But you're left to your own devices.
I'm left to my own devices. Yeah. I mean, he'll probably do it, but it's just, man, I will feel terrible. I will feel terrible.
You're in the best physical shape of anybody to actually do it. I mean, you've walked 30 miles in one day before.
No problem. Yeah, it's easy.
No problem.
Easy.
And you're a hiker.
Yeah, it's easy for me. Also, I'm the one filming the movie. It would be cool to get the reaction of Archie, being scared for his life. Everyone's shaking. Oh, it would be so cool. It would be so cool.
You're not scared of heights, correct?
I'm not.
Is anybody on the panel scared of heights? Oisin, are you scared of heights?
No.
No?
It can be tested, though. I mean, if you go up high enough on something, you look over and you go, there's that fear that you might just throw yourself off in a moment of madness. I'll never forget the Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, because it's hollow. It's scaffold. It's not a solid thing. It's pieces. It's a skeleton.
Yeah.
So you go up and you go up again. You pass the restaurant. You go up to the tallest part, and you look straight down under your feet. And you can see straight down. And it was a very windy day, and the thing wobbles back and forth. That was a bit like, well, okay, all right. This is a little odd, but yeah.
Brit Pierce, it's going to be such an adventure, Tim. I've always wanted to go to Australia. Brittany, I'm going to try my best to film the video in a way that you can see it through my eyes or almost like I'm taking, like you, like almost like you're there.
Like
first person, POV.
Yeah, POV perspective.
POV perspective.
Tim, does your phone carrier let you roam over there? Did you check on that?
No, they don't. I'm gonna have to buy a SIM card.
Oh,
weird.
Yes.
Aussie land. Do you know all your lingo and stuff? You know what tucker is? Tucker is food. You know what? The whole all the little phrases they have. You got sprung. You got caught. You got sprung. They'll have all. You can look up the YouTube videos. They have Aussie slang.
One of the cool things.
Know what people are saying.
One of the cool things we're going to do, Oisin, is force Tim, Bondage, and his son Evan to have Vegemite, a big portion of Vegemite. For the first time.
I don't even know what that is.
And to record their reaction. Yeah, it's good. Don't worry about it. It's delicious. Don't worry about it.
For some reason, it sounds disgusting. Okay, it sounds terrible.
Of course, it's delicious. It's an Australian delicacy, and you'll love it.
Guys, I need to make a. First of all, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna do an after show, and then that's it. Then OC. You're gonna try to do a few after shows for me?
Of course, sure.
Excellent.
This show is very calming, as you can see. Very
Excellent.
relaxing.
So stay in the back room. We'll talk about it because the green room is taking over Archie's stream.
Oh, I'll jump on. I'll jump on.
No. He said he doesn't want anyone there on him. He's going to be by himself.
Wow.
It's going to be a big expose on Sirocco sales. That old geezer is going down according to the. That was the phone call. The green room said it's going to be big. He's going to take that old man down.
This is today?
Yes.
Really?
So, yeah. It's going down.
How many of the 300 people watching the show will be transfixed and transported to a whole new dimension watching that show? Should they all stay on? Every single one of them?
Hey, they should. I mean, this is the kind of thing I want to see it. Okay, I'm going to be watching.
I'm gonna
biting my nails. Huh?
Okay.
No, he doesn't. He's not gonna bring up anyone.
Oh, really?
He's doing it by himself.
Watching as an observer. We should all watch as observers.
Everyone's watching.
The pheasant will be there.
Community Gazette says Lord and Marcelo will run your show, Tim. Hey, I should ask.
Marcelo will co-host, which means he'll
co-hosting this. Man, it was guys, great show. Britt.
Thank you to Oshin
I'm excited
for joining the show.
So what I have right now, I'm exporting AC3 the movie. I cut it down to 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's all 4K. So guys, if you're not a member, I'm taking down the current version of AC3 in London, the movie. That was going to be for members only, and I'm going to launch the 4K version probably sometime Monday, sometime during the week. It's going to launch.
Because if you didn't see the 90-minute version, the last thing you want to happen is get stuck watching the 2-hour, 20-minute version.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to put it during one of the pre-shows.
Watch the first one quick. Hurry up.
It's filler while I'm away. At least there's going to be something. Thomas Burnett, £4.49 for your first cup of coffee on the journey, Tim. Beautiful. Have a safe trip. Thank you, Thomas Burnett.
Someone buy him an upgrade to business class.
See you later. Good seeing you, Osteen.
Good morning,
Good to see you, Osteen.
Love you, man. Thank you so much for hopping on the show.
See you, Dis.
The audience. We love this.
Bye.
See you, Mickey.
Love you, Dis.
Love you too.
See you.
This woke up to watch this hit piece on Sirocco Sales. By the way, guys, the poll. I'm gonna close the poll down. It looks like Explorer 2 got 37%, Pepsi got 36%, and Panda got 25%. So I'm gonna be bringing the Panda, going against the grain.
Yes.
That's
Guys,
with the grain.
Before you tune out, hit the upvote button. Leave me a comment in the section below. Mikey, I love you. Mickey, thank you for the pizza. You got in trouble.
All right, have fun. Have a fun trip, Tim.
Thank you. I'll see you guys.
See you later, bud.
In the audience of AC3 show.